Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Wood. The reason I showed that was 4 years ago at my previous address here in Napanee. After speaking of police crimes, the human homeless trafficking and other crimes, human homeless exploitation for monetary gain out of a place here in Napanee, I was at my previous address, XOPP chief, went by in a white Jeep Wrangler, August of 19. He had chief or commander. Drove a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. It was on the corner of Center and Bridge Street. They pointed something. They shot it. The person had black hair. I did not see their face. They shot something and it went into my right ear. I started having problems. It then went down my right ear, down here, and then back up and around to my parietal lobe, and it started burning the inside of my head, and I was wondering what the fuck was going on. So I decided to go to the hospital. I go to the hospital. I finally get an appointment for a CAT scan of November of that year because this happened in August. And I go there, and next thing you know, I am pretty much medically blacklisted after that. One of the people that's involved with what has taken place with me was there talking to now known to be her girlfriend. And after that, I was pretty much medically blacklisted, told that I needed medication, but da. I would go to other hospitals because I wasn't satisfied with the results. And next thing you know, all I was getting was I senior file, wondering what the fuck is going on. Why is all of this happening? And all of this I senior file crap. I go to KGH in Kingston, Ontario. They get a phone call stating that I'm allegedly a suicidal self-harmer. Bullshit. I am not suicidal in any way, shape, or form, and I'm certainly not a self-harmer in any way, shape, or form. 100% bullshit lie against me. So because I had long hair and I have tattoos, I was not taken serious, and whoever the phone call came from was believed, so I got fucked over and was not taken serious and could not get the help. Another time it had to do with drugs that I do not do. I have not done any since 2012. Back in 2012, I had a drug overdose, which I'm thankful for and grateful for. It was my awakening. But lies about that and a lot of other stuff. I've been medically blacklisted. I've had serious skull deforming. I am the victim of identity theft, and I have proven it and shown it. I have been going through full deforming since being shot. My skull's been split, full facial deforming, full skull deforming in about 50 different ways. I now have what feels like a tube inside my chest, underneath my nipple on my right side. I have and showing pictures where my skull has been completely elongated and my skull has been totally fucked on me. And I would go to hospitals, and once again, I was either not getting help, not being seen, not being believed because the bullshit lies against me. Once again, about me having long criminal records in history, not true in any way, shape, or form. I never had any association with anybody prior to being shot and me talking of their crimes. I've been kidnapped, blood and piss stolen, forced, medically blacklisted. I'm 51 years old. My mother was stalked and murdered. My dogs were killed for revenge retaliation. I went to OPP. The cops that are involved with this is ex-chief or commander once again. He needs to be arrested and charged for attempted murder and my full identity theft, which I can prove 100%. It's been called a lie. It's been called hallucination, delusion, without anybody wanting to see any proof. Meanwhile, I have 100% proof of it happening. more than 100% proof. But because of the lies against me, once again, not taken serious, medically blacklisted, falsely charged through hospitals for wanting help, and also naming names of people that are criminally and negligently involved in serious felony crimes and cover-ups. Spencer Mills 14716, whether Napanee or not, allegedly now Aurelia involved, ex-chief or commander. Year 2019, like I said, drove the white Jeep Wrangler. Staff sergeant, years 2019, 2021, kidnapping and sodomy sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Robert Ken Fuck, Ken Kill, Ken Get Away With It, Money Badge Family, Town Council, Lucas actually. There's Stacy, the mental health worker that was Daily Tea Company here in Napanee, now Kingston, and she is the one that conveniently was at the hospital the day that I got my CAT scans, and I was also given fake ones. And then there's Shelley Huffner, who had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, under false pretenses of incompetency. That was done in an attempt to shut me up. That was in an attempt to have me kept. So I'm not talking about what I've been talking about and showing what I've been showing and proving what I've been proving, and by whom, how, and why. Once again, because of me speaking of their human homeless trafficking and homeless exploitation, their stalking, their drug trafficking, possible money laundering, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, welfare disability frauds, forgeries, false arrests for pictures, prints, signatures, to screw over their victims, police using their badges, positions, credentials, their lies, their false guise of law to be above suspicion of the crimes that they're committing, and against whom the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, and even they're involved with natives missing as well. All I did was speak their crimes, and after I was shot, I was completely destroyed. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken. I have been trying to get arrested. I have video of me going to OPP and being surrounded, hands on guns, to prevent it. I've been stopped every step of the way. My legal rights, human rights, medical rights, once again taken from me. They're guilty of torture crimes, slave trafficking. I've been skull split. I've been brain injured. I'm the end of my bloodline, and I've said many times, anytime OPP wants to dig up, exhume my dad's body to prove DNA or any other thing because of what's been taking place with me over the course of 4 years, I'm more than willing to let them pay to do it. I've even done videos earlier today where my face has been completely and totally fucking different. It switches from one side to the left, from the right to the left, and you can clearly see where my skull has been split. And I've had no surgeries, no neurological problems prior to being shot. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years. I was doing good mentally, physically, spiritually. I was growing. I was helping others. I was helping myself. Trying to. And then after that happened, I was just one big lie and snowballed down to hell. I've been naming names of the ones that are criminally involved with using that R&M on me for the past 4 fucking years, and this is how I've been going through my identity changes and my brain injuring and everything else, because it's not very well known, which benefits the pieces of shit using it, the criminal cops. For their benefits also enables invasive surveillance, and this is why pedophile sex offenders are also involved in using this bullshit stuff, because they can see your children, they can see everything. My teeth have been rotted out on me. I now look like a piece of shit crackhead, and I think that was the whole point. I have trouble walking, I have trouble talking, I have trouble thinking. I've been to hospitals, being rushed by ambulance. And what do you expect what do you want us to do for you today, Mr. Wood? Meanwhile, I can barely move, having to crawl home pretty much out the door to a taxi and come home, not being seen, this kind of shit. And I've not been able to do a damn thing about it. So people got to remember this. This is all through the fucking cops and their lies. And I guarantee you, I am not the only one going through this. I guarantee it. Everyone named needs to be arrested, and everyone needs to be charged. I am going to show you all the lowlives that are responsible. This guy here, his name is Ray LeBlanc. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria here in Napanee. He's a dealer and a child groomer. Bear with me for a second, people. And I'm not on here just to bash people either. I'm on here showing them because they really are the ones that are involved with this to me. Dale Hartwick, between Napanee and Kingston. Ray LeBlanc, once again. These are human traffickers and drug traffickers with and for OPP2. Blair Hardy, Billy Waldridge, the guy in the beard, believes that he is me, thinks that we were switched at birth, and thinks that he is also Harry Potter. These are the two that were stalking my mother, and Billy Waldridge was calling my mother Mom when he was stalking her. They're guilty of murdering her December 20th, 2020, through using R&M on her and giving her cancer. And it was done with criminal negligence and intent. This guy here, his name is Bert Hustler, goes by the name Bert Hustler. Tyler Lake, he's guilty of torturing my dog too, causing him cancer, causing him deforming him, and killing him in March 2023. Using R&M between his little pug dog and my lab dog, and then Ray LeBlanc using his pit bull dog and his puppy on my dog, which seriously deformed him, and it gave him cancer, and it was 100% veterinarian verified too. This is Tyler Teabag, Tube Steak Lake. They're all drug traffickers with and for the cops. Tony Hearns, a.k.a. Axel Rose. Jason Two-Step Gimpy Van Alstyne. That's not a very good picture. These are all drug addicts, crackheads, meth heads. They self-laced fentanyl to the homeless for homicides to make it look like they just another drug addict that bought bad drugs and died from it. No, it's being done on purpose through them. And through the hub, also in Kingston, through Jason Van Alstyne. Or was. This is a picture of me with this. It might be hard to see, but I have a serious spot on the back of my head that ever since I was shot, that happened to me 4 years ago, and it has not gone away. And because every time I start getting R&M used on me, my skull splits. Earlier today, and I showed it live on video, on the right side of my head was completely bulged up like it was a balloon, and on the left side it was completely sunk down and lower. My skull gets deformed sometimes on an hourly basis, as crazy as that sounds, and I've proven it. While being accused of hallucinating and being delusional and being called a retarded as well, with 100% proof through doctors. So everybody that's involved with this has ensured that they have gotten away with it. The whole right side of my head right in here right now is completely burning, and I have no feeling at all. I've not had any brain stimulation or feeling in my head or my face in approximately a year. If I could get an MRI or something done, or a brainwave scan, it would certainly prove a whole big lot. I have been charged through hospitals to prevent me help and proof for wanting help and then being criminally and negligently involved every step of the way, having me charged for harassment. I'm not going to say who or what hospital. For naming names of the ones that are criminally involved doing this, even being sex assaulted, going to the hospital and having doctors laugh in my face over it, thinking it's a joke, going to a justice of the peace, being accused of being high on marijuana and hallucinating it. This is the kind of shit that's been going on with me. Anyway, because there is nothing I can do about this, I hope people see check out my channel and check out my other videos to show and prove 100% differences, which I've been going through, including the serious skull deforming and everything else, which I've been posting. I am also on TikTok under Chris Wood Napanee, or Chris Wood 244 on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram at it's CHEIS.Wood1972 at Instagram. It was supposed to be my name, but the R ended up being an E, so that's why it's CHEIS.Wood1972 at Instagram. But I also have lots of pictures and everything else on there to prove my words. I'm Chris Wood. I'm from Napanee, Ontario, and I'm a full identity theft victim, compliments of Lennox and Addington terrorist police, and I guarantee you I am not the only one. Families are murdered and missing, kidnapped, natives, or anyone else. Check the police because they might be involved. And this is not said with any kind of hate or vendetta. I have no criminal record or history with any single one that I've named prior to being shot and everything happening to me. I'm being numbed down to be dumbed down. I feel like I'm being completely lobotomized, and this benefits a lot of people that will get away with it the longer this goes on. And the more my brain is fucked and me not being able to get help or prove anything that this is taking place. You can clearly see where my skull has been split right down the center. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. If anyone likes what they've heard or whatever, like, share, subscribe, especially share, because this is very serious and important and it needs to be gotten out. These people need to be arrested, and including the cops. So if anything more happens to me, all I've done is speak their crimes and wanting arrest on people. It will be more revenge retaliation on me. Love all, hate none, but please share like, and subscribe. Have a good day. Love all, hate none. Once again, be safe. And this is all 100% true, and I've proven my words about my deforming and everything else. Check it out.